right, everyone, today we have a rather large overview video for you guys. Our newest giveaway, LGND 39. It looks very familiar to another giveaway we've done before. You might think it's even the exact same truck, but it's not. If you're not really familiar with the Fords and the new body style changes, then you wouldn't really understand that it's a whole different truck. So the 2022 Ford has the newer headlights. I'm gonna go over this first and foremost so you guys understand. Has the newer headlights and newer changed headlights, changed grille, and changed taillights. That's the only way that you can really tell that the 2020s are different from the 2022. Because in 2020, we gave away a 2020 Limited F-450 that looked exactly like that one. It was also my personal one. This is my personal truck, but won't be for long. So LGND 39 is going from the 1st of November to the 30th of November, the very last day. So you have 1 month exactly to get entered. And we have a few things to talk about the giveaway itself, but we're gonna go over everything about this truck, and then we'll get into the actual giveaway details. But LGND 39, yeah, an exact replica of my old F-450. I ordered this thing with the intentions of making it exactly the same because I love that truck so much. It ended up going to Kalai Needham over in Las Vegas, Nevada. He had it for a while. He took it to some truck shows. He really got into the truck industry, and then I think he got rid of it. I didn't buy it back, so I wanted to have another one that looked exactly like that. And this is what we got. So we have the same exact wheel and tire setup on the truck. Same lift height. This one's actually about 1 inch taller, but the lift itself is completely different. So it's still a PMF lift, just like the last one. But the last truck was only a coil lift, so it had the big coil that's, you know, twice the thickness of this, and it had no shock in the center of it. It did have the King shocks, but it was not a coil over lift kit, and we didn't have these big boxed arms. We had just a much more simple kit. It wasn't as flashy as this one. It was the same lift height, it was all white, and it had the same exact wheels and tires, but other than that, it was much more simple underneath the body. And the interior on this changed a little bit too. But let's start from front to back. Okay, so this truck's pretty simple. The way that it's built, we have it broken down into a few categories. We have paint, lighting, suspension, wheels, and tires. That's it. That's all it is. So first and foremost, paint plus lighting. We'll go over the two together. So we have OEM headlights, color matched to the pearl white with the amber strip right here, the Lexan plexi strip in the center, changed out to a clear from clears. And then we frosted the lens in the center over here, and then we also frosted the top and bottom lenses so that you have a nice uniform light in back of it. Those actually come from the factory, perfectly crystal clear with all those little ridges in there. So the frosted gives it a nice uniform look when the LEDs are on and when they're off. Fog lights we did not touch, but we did paint the bezels themselves. Everything that you see on this truck is painted and smooth. So if it's textured plastic, it is. If it was textured plastic from factory, it is now smooth as a glass, as a baby's bottom, and matches the factory painted bumpers and factory body panels. Our grille, color matched actual grille surround, and then we left the bars in chrome with the back plastic frame, color matched to the truck. Emblem, obviously I don't need to explain that, painted two-tone. The chrome was left chrome, and the border and the actual emblem itself that was blue, painted in white. Our top bumper plastic, color matched, but we left the center air dam in black because honestly, if you do that, I think it gets a little too much. And on top of that, these flex, so you might see some people painting these, but these are flexible. Now, if you paint that, first of all, the paint's not gonna adhere to it very well. And if you ever do flex that, guess what? Your paint's gonna crack and chip right off. It's gonna look like crap. So we don't paint that because of that reason right there. And also it would be just too much white in my opinion. Mirrors and badges. Mirrors, OEM mirrors with the reflectors taken out, opened up, lens taken off, insides painted white, and the LEDs are swapped out for switchback LEDs. So when you're driving, they're white. When you signal, they flash amber. Cab lights, white LED Recon replacements. They are OEM direct fit replacements, and then we painted them white so that you have a nice white uniform looking just look up there. We always paint our cab lights and our third brake lights. Badges, limited plaques taken off, painted white, and we left the limited in chrome. F-450 all chrome with all the black plastic that is originally black plastic, painted smooth in the pearl white. Handles left alone, steps, powder coated white with the end caps painted in white. and we left the chrome trim on the side of it. Powder coat is the strongest finish that you could do on steps. If you do paint, you're gonna chip it off. If you do powder coat, you'll be good. This little black plastic, little fender trim piece, bumper protector is now white. Our bedside lights are Recon LED swapped. I mean, they're just direct fit. They just look better than the factory LEDs. So the factory are LED, Recons are also LED, but the Recon LEDs look better. And then we paint these, and then we have just a little strip remaining in tint so that you only see LED through that strip. It makes it look a little bit better, a little bit more modern. Tail lights, OEM tail lights. As you can see, if you remember, you might not really be able to tell because it's not too much of a difference, but these are the updated tail lights. The 2020 was a different style tail light, but again, just like the 2020 version truck that we gave away, tinted and bordered with the pearl white as the border, and just tinted everywhere that light shows through. Our limited plaque in the back was left alone. We have our factory Ford emblem taken apart, painted two-tone. Our tailgate handle surround bezel assembly painted in white. Our whole entire bumper plastic down to the light surrounds and our plug and our cover for our spare tire, which we don't have anymore underneath the truck, all painted in white and smooth. Our lab license plate cover, our license plate screws, which are security screws that you need a special tool to take off, which are available on the website actually. Very, very nice screws. And those get you into to win this truck right here. So there's a bunch of stuff on the website. We'll get into that in a second. Underneath the tailgate right here, Recon tailgate bar. Nice uniform LED, looks awesome, painted white. With obviously the LED showing, just left alone. Third brake light. Recon LED third brake light, opened up, painted inside and out on the lens in white. Our antenna caps on the top, as you can see right there, painted in white. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for paint and lighting.
Are you sure about that?
Not quite. It's not on the truck, you can't really see it, but underneath the truck, you see our LGND white LED high power rock lights that are insanely bright. We have 3 in each wheel well. We have a bunch under the truck. I forgot the actual number on this truck because it was my personal truck. We do more on my personal vehicles than we do on the giveaway vehicles. So this thing shines like a star. It's crazy, super bright. We have a bunch of those on the truck. They are also available on the website. If you buy those off the website, you can install them yourself. Obviously, if you buy them from us at the lab, you can have us install them. But if you buy them on the website, you get entered to win the truck, this truck right here. Suspension, wheels, and tires. So I went over it a little bit in the beginning. Full PMF 8-inch lift kit with King coilovers, King 2.5 coilovers with the Resi, top mount Resi clamps from PMF as well. These are all billet clamps, powder coated in chrome. We have the billet clamp also on the King 2.5 shocks. So we have 2 basically shocks in the front on each side. And then we have the rear that has the 2 shocks as well, which are also Resi shocks, King 2.5s as well. So we have a total of 6 shocks on this truck. Handles like a dream, absolute dream. I haven't hooked up any trailers to it or anything, but it's gonna handle just like it did from factory or better. Super, super smooth ride, no complaints at all. But it is a big truck. I mean, it's just, you see over everything and it's wide. It's as wide as a lane. It's line to line. So it might ride smooth, it's a joy to ride, but keep in mind, it is a big truck. Extended drive shaft, PMF sway bar drops, as well as a PMF adjustable sway bar end links. So you can go up and down with this lift kit if you wanted to. You could span these down and bring the front end up more, and then throw a bigger block in the back to bring this whole entire truck up and do a bigger tire size if you wanted to. That's the whole point of PMF. That's why I like PMF. Every single thing on this truck is adjustable. So the only things that you need to adjust when you go up on a lift kit is either bring down your spanner on your coilover, extend these links. You're gonna need to extend the track bar, which you can see underneath the truck, and also your drag link, which is for your steering wheel. So your track bar sets your track, it centers your wheels, because once you go up, the truck is getting further away from the axle, and you have this one bar. The truck's getting further away from the axle. This is your axle, this is the truck. As you go up, that bar is going to pull with the truck. It's gonna pull the axle to one side or the other. So you need to extend that bar that's connecting the body to the axle so that it's perfectly centered. So PMF makes adjustable track bars, drag links, everything on the truck they make adjustable if they can, so that when you do change the suspension height, you could adjust it. You don't have to keep buying new parts. So if we were to go underneath the truck, which we are, you can see we have King 2.0. You know, with it being lifted this high, I still need to get on the ground to see underneath it. We have King 2.0 stabilizer shocks. We have the PMF stabilizer kit, which comes with the center bracket, which is actually part of the whole assembly with our axle truss here, which you can see the overlay on. So that's actually another upgrade to the kit. So this is a very spec'd out kit. He gave us a really, really cool kit for my truck. Shock mounts, clamps for the end of the tie rod for the shocks to attach to. Factory sway bar, powder coated white. This is the track bar, like I was saying earlier, that adjusts the axle center. This is your track bar that adjusts your steering wheel. Make sure that you have a good alignment and drive straight down the road with the steering wheel straight. And then we also have a drop pitman arm and a drop track bar bracket, all from PMF. And then the PMF diff cover. PMF fabricated diff cover, all hand welded. All right, that's it under here. 2-inch spacers in back of these wheels. So they are deep dish, so they stick out anyways, but the 450s have the big fenders, and I like my wheels sticking out. 2-inch spacers from Shifted Industries, strongest spacers on the market, behind these wheels to make them stick out a little bit more. They are 26x14s from American Force, the concave wheels in the front, completely polished with billet center caps. Fury 35 by 15.5 26 MT tires on a 16-inch wide wheel, so it's flush. We're still talking suspension, and here we are, more suspension. So 4-link kit from PMF along with the mini cradle system, which is all fabricated by hand, and it's perfect. It almost fits OEM, besides the fact that we needed to drill 2 holes in the frame. Other than that, it fits like OEM. Fits perfect, like a glove. Boxed traction bars as well. So now you have this whole system that you see from the side that kind of just flows together. Your 2 arms in the front attached to the cradle in the front, and then you have the traction bar that goes from the rear axle to the cradle in the back of the cradle. And then you have overlays over the whole thing that are all powder coated in super chrome. It's not actual chrome, but it is powder coat chrome, so it's not going to be as perfectly shiny, but it'll also be easier to clean. And then everything else is powder coated white, of course. Same thing in the back, 26-inch tires. The only thing different in the back is they are dually wheels, of course. And the tires are 35 by 13.5, not 15.5, because the 15.5s would be impossible to get onto an 8.5-inch wide wheel. Continuing on, we got 5-inch exhaust, PMF diff cover, PMF axle truss, and I'm sorry that it's a little bit dirty. We just got back from a road trip. The calipers are filthy, but the calipers are powder coated white. You can see the blocks, you can see the U-bolts. The U-bolts are obviously not factory, being that long. The King 2.5s, and you can see the spare tire is gone as well. So completely empty. You can do whatever you want. You want to put some train horns on this thing, go for it. Hitch, receiver, powder coated white. But other than that, guys, suspension, wheels, tires, paint, lighting. Told you, it's a relatively simple build. It's not like there's a million things done to it, but they are expensive things. These are expensive wheels and tires. This is an expensive lift kit. And it's a lot of work to put these things together. We got the spacers in the back, can't forget about that. Shifted Industries 10 lug billet spacers, 2-inch. So that we have a little bit more poke out of the back fenders and it looks more beefy. You do have a big gap in between the wheels now, but I like it. I personally like it. Backflip MX4 bed cover. Let's open up the bed. There's stuff in here. Well, it has a bed rug. So bed rug used to be completely this material on the side, this material right here, on the bottom as well. I don't know, I'm assuming they changed it because it was getting ruined too quick. So they changed it to like this fake bed liner material, which is still protecting your bed all while being Velcroed on. So you have a perfectly untouched bed while being protected. You could throw anything in here. If you actually look at how thick it is on the inside, the padding, it's incredibly thick. You could throw a literally a barbell with 45 plates on each end down on this thing, and it probably wouldn't dent the bed. Don't actually go testing that with this thing because the body is aluminum. But bed rug makes a very good product. So it completely lines the bed. If you want to lay down back here and you know, get comfortable, you could. It's not as uncomfortable as bed liner because, again, you do have the cushioning underneath this. So it's almost like it's a rug, a carpet mat. But yeah, bed rug completely lined on the bed. Backflip MX4 bed cover, just folds up all the way up to the back glass. So you have a wet, waterproof, weatherproof, and that rug on the sides is weatherproof. So you can power wash it if you wanted to. You can get oil on it, clean it out. And then the inside. So they updated the interior on these things. Now they have a navy blue leather, and then the secondary color is that light gray. Still has the stickers on the Limited. I took off the, no, I didn't even take these off yet. There we go. Perfect. So as you can really see the color on the plastic pieces of the interior. They have the secondary gray color all along the floor mats, front and back. And then of course they updated the screen. So now it has the big screen. It's much, much better than the old small, like 6-inch screen or whatever it was, maybe 9. I don't even know, I think this is 12-inch. I don't know the sizes. I'm not a vehicle salesman, but I do know it's like 1.5 times the size of the old ones. And it's just updated. The software is much easier to use and it looks much prettier. The old one looked so outdated, it's not even funny. And they were selling those up until 2021. So I don't know how they kept doing that. Anyways, full moonroof, and of course the Limiteds always have the suede headliner. So it has a nice, bright tan. It's almost like a beige headliner. You got the blue belts too. Very nice interior. And then the back. Back's where the magic happens. Your passengers have a nice little free massage without the massage sheets. Speaking of which, don't forget that these things do have the massage sheets in the front. But now the back also has massage sheets because we have 4 10s. I'm not even gonna put this up. But, so, the box, when you put a box this big in the truck, you see the space right here, you have to move the seats up because the box is so big. This thing slaps, absolutely slaps. So, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful box. Sounds amazing, fits the interior perfect. Matches the blue leather on the seats. It's a little bit off because the plastic's brighter than the actual seats. The inside of it is painted in pearl white, and this was all done by Mobile Toys Electronics in Texas. They do all of my sub boxes. I always put a sub box in my personal trucks, and they killed it on this one. They knocked it absolutely out of the park, and they always only make their boxes. Well, when I ask for a box, they make me a special box, and usually people are like, let me get that box, but now they're saying no to everybody. So theoretically, this should be the only truck that has this exact box. It's a one-off box. Hopefully. It sounds amazing. And your passengers might tell you, they might love it, or they're gonna tell you to turn it down because they're butt shaking. Here you go. The back ones were a little dirty, but the fronts are a little bit better. You can see the white calipers. That's why I like the tire sticking out. You can see more of the guts of the truck. Anyways, guys, so now that you saw the truck, you can see quite clearly if you go to the website or our Instagram page and scroll down and go to the past giveaway LGND 10 that looked like this, you'll see it's pretty similar. The paintwork is identical. The wheels are identical. The tires are identical. Suspension's different, interior is different, so it is almost the same truck. So if you entered for that thing back in the day, here's a second chance. If you have never entered for it or weren't even following or heard about us at that point, here's your first chance. And you don't want to miss out, guys, because this thing it's like the most expensive truck from factory, and then you put all the work that they put into it. This thing's worth a lot of money. It's worth a lot of money. One lucky person's gonna get it along with $50,000, a check for $50,000. Why are we doing a check and not cash? Because the whole point of the cash is to be used for taxes. So we're giving you the check, and it says specifically for taxes. So there's no confusion as to why we're giving you the cash. Because all these giveaways are advertising the cash like it's just a bonus. They're gonna get it, they're gonna keep it, put it in their pocket. No, it's not really a bonus. At the end of the day, that money's being given to you because we're trying to offset your tax liability. For LGND specifically, we always give enough to cover the taxes entirely. So $50,000 in cash theoretically should cover your taxes when you actually get taxed on this from the government because you won something of value. there's a value on this giveaway. The truck has a value and then the cash has a value. Now, when you actually get your income statement from 2023, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that amount. And guess what? This is gonna be covered. What you had extra on your income because of winning this is now gonna be covered because we're giving you enough. There's a lot of giveaway companies that do not give enough and they're going to screw their winners over. Hopefully the winners know that they're gonna get screwed over before they enter. But for us, you don't have to worry about that. You're getting enough. $50,000 on top of the truck, a check for $50K, both keys and the title to one lucky person. Now, how do you get entered? LGNDsupplycode.com. Again, you guys can enter for free. There is a way to enter for free. If you look in the rules, you can mail in a postcard. You write why you want to win it, and that gets you a couple entries. Or if you make a purchase on the website, you're supporting us, you're making these things happen, because at the end of the day, the free entries don't make this happen, the purchases do. But nonetheless, LGNDsupplycode.com, you can learn all the information on the giveaway, the build specs, what we just went over on the video, everything's on the website, all the pictures are on the website, all of our past winners are on the website, how to get entered is on the website, the official rules are on the website, everything's found on the website. The giveaway goes from November 1st to the 30th. You have only the month of November to get entered to win this thing. The last truck, the last time we did this with this truck, LGND 10, if I'm not mistaken, was probably 6 weeks. So this one's a little bit shorter, it's 2 weeks shorter. You have 30 days from start to finish to get entered. If you don't get entered at all within that time frame, your odds of winning it are 0. If you get entered at least once, and all it takes is once, then you have a chance. Guys, this isn't a scam. We've been doing it for 5 years now. 2019 was the first giveaway. We're coming up on 5 years. And it's happened every single month where we give a winner, a random person, a truck or a car. 39 times. More than that, because we've done a lot of bonus giveaways too. I'm not gonna go into detail, you can see all of that on the website as well. But we've done a lot of giveaways, and there's still a large majority of people that still don't believe it, and I don't really understand how. But I've always kind of just been laid back and let them not believe it, let the non-believers not believe, and let the believers believe. Because at the end of the day, the people that do believe are the ones that support and actually make this happen and continue to happen. And then there are a large group of non-believers that eventually might believe it, but odds are probably not. So those of you that do believe it, take your chance of this thing. It's a gorgeous truck. Don't take my word for it. You gotta see it in person. You gotta see it. So if you're in the area, guys, we have a shop. It's called The Lab, Legends Auto Boutique in Connecticut, North Haven, Connecticut. So if you're ever passing through Connecticut, you want to see a current giveaway, you can see this thing in person. You can come meet us in person. Obviously, we do work throughout the day. I mean, don't bombard us, but we are there. We're real people. We give these to real people. So this thing is going to go to one lucky person's home, one stranger's home, just like the past 38 truck and car giveaways have. But this one's a special truck. You're not gonna see another 450 giveaway like this thing. This is built balls to the wall, every single thing that you could do to it. So guys, November 30th is the deadline. If you don't get entered before then, your chances are gone forever. We did it once, LGND 10, and you might have missed out, or you might have just entered and not won. Don't let this one fly by again, because you might not see it again. Maybe I'm not gonna get another 450 and build it for myself and make it all white, make it look like this pretty. It might not happen. So take the chance while you still have it. November 30th is the deadline. Thanks for watching another overview, guys. Hope you liked it. Until the next overview, I'll see you guys later.